welcome back, and here we are still working on the intersection of solids. And then here we have another question in which we have two cylindrical pipes with equal diameter. So one of the pipe is vertical and the other is inclined to the is inclined, as you can see the diagram here. So let's talk about the dimensions on the figure. So we have that the diameter of the circular base of the vertical pipe is 46 millimeters, its height is 90 millimeters, and then we have for the inclined pipe, we have that this center line here, the center line here of the inclined pipe is at a distance of 15 millimeters from the base of the vertical pipe, and then it is inclined at an angle 45 degree to this vertical. Then the length from here to here is 60 millimeters, and the diameter of the circular end of this inclined pipe is also 46 millimeters. As I said, that the two pipes are of equal diameter. So let's go and see what we are to do to produce the curve of intersection of these two solids, and also at the same time we are going to draw the plan of the two pipes. Okay, so just like what we have here, so let's see how it goes. So what we have to do first here, so is to draw a vertical center line. So we are going to draw a vertical center line here. So here we have a vertical center line. Okay, all right, so we have the vertical center line. Then we are going to draw a horizontal center line, so which goes like this. Okay, I want to extend it to the right side. Okay, we have the horizontal center line here. So the next thing that we are going to do is that since we have the diameter of the circular base of the vertical pipe to be 46 millimeters, so its radius is 23 millimeters. Take a measurement of 23 millimeters. Here this is 23 millimeters, and we are going to draw a circle. So putting a midpoint at the point where the two lines intersect, so we draw a circle like this. So here we have the circle in place. Okay, so we have the circle like this, and then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we come up a little bit. So we come up a little bit here. We want to draw the elevation of the vertical pipe, come up a bit, and we draw a horizontal line. Okay, then from this point on the circle we are going to draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line from this point. So we draw a vertical line, so going up like this. Okay, we have the vertical line, and then we come to this side of the circle, so we also draw a vertical line, so like this. Okay, we have this. Then on this vertical line we are going to take a measurement of 90 millimeters, which is the height of the vertical pipe. So from this base here we take a measurement of 90 millimeters. So here is 90 millimeters. Okay, then we are going to draw horizontal line, so through this point like this. Okay, so we have drawn the elevation of the vertical pipe. Now let's go and work on the elevation of the inclined pipe. As we know that the center line of the inclined pipe it touches this vertical line of the vertical pipe at a distance of 15 millimeters from the base. So we take 15 millimeters up from this line. So we have that, and then as we have that, the center line of the inclined pipe is at angle 45 degree to this vertical line. So we also have to draw the center line of the inclined pipe at 45 degree to the horizontal. So with my 45 degree set square, I've done that. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is this. Next thing that we are going to do is this. As we have that, the if you look at what we have here, so looking at what we have here, so we have that distance from here to here is 60 millimeters. So we need to work that out. But for us to work that out, this is what we are to do. This is what we are to do. So we first of all move away a little bit from this one. Okay, we move away a little bit. Let me just extend this a bit. Okay, so move away from this pipe, and then so we come around here, somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here. Okay, so draw the center line at 45 degree. okay, so that it will be at a right angle to this line. So we have drawn this with 45. We also need to draw this with 45, so that 45 plus 45 is 90. So that will make this line to be at a right angle to this center line. So let's take note of that. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that since we have the diameter of the circular end of the inclined pipe is also 46 millimeters, so with the same 23 that we have used to draw this, I'll just put at this point here, and then I will draw a semicircle. So draw a semicircle like this. So here we have the semicircle. Okay, so this semicircle I'm going to divide into 6 equal parts. So putting at this point here, so I will draw an arc here, and then so I will put it, I'm trying to make sure we are able to see it. So I put at this point here, and then I make an arc, so here, and then to this side like this, and then I'll put at this point here, and then I'll make an arc here. Okay, so I need to repeat that. So we have this. Okay, all right, so we have it there. Okay, so we have it now. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to number this point. So I'll call this point, this is 0, so this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so here we have 3 here, and this is 2, this is 1, and this is 0. So now let's go and see what we have to do. Don't forget that the length of the inclined pipe is 60 millimeters. So what I'm just going to do first, so before I can take that measurement, is that from this point 0 here, okay, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. I will not make it thick first. Okay, then I will come to this point. Okay, I'll come to this point here, then I will draw a line, so into the vertical pipe, and then coming to point 2. So coming to point 2 here, I will draw a line into the vertical pipe, and then so coming to point 2 here, so we have done that of 3. So draw a line to the vertical pipe, and coming to this point here, I will draw a line to the vertical pipe, and coming to point 0, I'm going to draw a line into the vertical pipe. Okay, now so we now need to take the length of the inclined pipe, which is 60 millimeters, along this part here. So I'm going to take that measurement. So from this point here, from this point where this line touches the vertical pipe, so I will take a measurement of 60 millimeters. So here is 60 millimeters here. I have 60 millimeters here. So then I'm going to use the 45 degrees set square, so to draw the line. So coming to this point here like this, with the same 45 degrees set square, I'm going to draw this line and make it a thick line at once. So we make it a thick line at once like this, and then so here also this line, I'm going to make it a thick line. So we make this line, so we make it a thick line, so as we have it here. Okay, so then we also come to this point here, we also make it a thick line from here to here. All right, we have this. Then we also need to make this line. Let's make it a thick line at once. So we make this line a thick line, and then this line here, so from this point to this point, we make it a thick line, and from this point down here, make it a thick line. Then along this part here, so we also make this line, we make it a thick line, and here we also make this line, we make it a thick line from here to here. Alright, so we have this. Okay, so then now the next thing that we are going to do is that we also need to draw a semicircle here. But before that, I want us to do something. So what we have to do now is that from this point, you know, if you look at this point here, if I number this point, let me number it, just to number it. So because we are just going to repeat the numbering that we have here. This is 0. Okay, so this is 0. So here we have 0 here. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so here we have what we have 2. So this is 1, and this is 0. So I just transfer this numbering to this onto this straight line. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is that from each of these points we are going to draw a vertical line. So from point 0 here, so draw a vertical line down. Okay, so draw a vertical line down from point 1. Also we draw a vertical line down here. So from point 2 we draw a vertical line down, and from point 3 we draw a vertical center line down here like this. Okay, so here we have this, and then from point 2 we also draw a vertical line. From point 1 we draw a vertical line, then from point 0 we draw a vertical line. So we have this. Okay, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that we take the radius of the circle, so putting it at this point. I'll just make use of this line, putting at this point, and we are going to draw a semicircle. So we draw a semicircle like this. Okay, here we have this semicircle, and then we are going to divide this semicircle into 6 equal parts as we did here. So putting the pinpoint here, we make an arc here. Okay, then we put the pinpoint of the compass here at this point, so we make an arc to this side, and we also make an arc here like this. Okay, then we put at this point here, so putting at this point, and then we make an arc here like this. Alright, so we are going to number this point on the semicircle, and then it will be different from the one that we have here. What I mean is this, so this is now 0, so this will be 1, this will be 2, and this will be 3. You change the numbering. Okay, so this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So you change the numbering. You must not number them as we did here. So what we are going to do now is that, so from this point, I want to avoid this line that I made tick here, so it's not supposed to be. Okay, so this line here, so from this point 3 that we have here, so we draw a horizontal line to touch this circle because they are of equal diameter. That's why when you draw a line from here, it must touch this point on the circle because they are of equal diameter. Then from this point 0 to here, I will draw a horizontal line to touch the circle. From this point 1, I will also draw a horizontal line to touch the circle. Okay, then from this point 1 here, I will draw a horizontal line touching the circle. Okay, and then from point 2, I will draw a horizontal line touching the circle here. Okay, then by the time I draw from point 3, it will touch the circle. It will touch the circle at this point because they are of equal diameter. So I draw from here, it touches the circle. So we have it like this. Okay. Now the next thing that we are going to do is that as we are looking at this pipe, so we are looking at it, so we are going to see a circular end here. So that circular end that we have here, we have to produce it in the plan. So how do we work that? Okay, so what we have to do is that this is line 0, vertical line 0, it intersects horizontal line 0 at this point. This is the reason why you need to number them differently. Just pay attention to the way I did it here. Then we also have 0 at this point here, so let's take note of that. So this is vertical line 0, so they intersect at this point. Then vertical line 1 intersect horizontal line 1 at this point. Okay, at this point we also have it at this point. On this side also we also have one here. Okay, then we also have one here. Then vertical line 2 intersect horizontal line 2 at this point, so we have this point. We also have it up here. Okay, then we also have it here on this side, and then here also we also have 2 at this point. Then vertical line 3, so intersect horizontal line 3 at this point here, and also at this point here. So let's take note of that. Okay, so what we have to do now is to join the points together using the French curve. So I'm going to use the French curve to join the points together. So with the French curve here, so I have this, so I'm going to make use of this French curve to join these points together. So I need to, okay, all right, so let's start this way. Okay, all right, so I have this. Okay, then to this side here, all right, so then to this side, so we also join. Okay, then here on this side, so we join this point together. Okay, so we have this, so this is what it will look like in the plan. So then the next thing that we are going to do is that from this point, so from this point we make this line, a thick line from here to here, and then so here also we also make this a thick line from here to here. Alright, so we have completed the plan. So the plan of the vertical circle, vertical cylinder is this circle, and the plan of this inclined cylinder is this, and also with this. So we have completed the plan. Now let's work on the curve of intersection. Probably it will be a curve or it will be lines. So we are going to see how it's going to look. So as we have that these two pipes, they are of equal diameter, unlike here that the pipes are of unequal diameter. So let's see how it goes. So what we have to do now is that from this point, so if you look at this line 0 here, this horizontal line 0, it touches the circle here, and we have already drawn a vertical line. So for this vertical line, it intersects inclined line 0 at this point. So it intersects it at this point, and also intersect it at this point here. So let's take note of that. Okay, then we also have that, so this horizontal line 0 touches the circle at this point. So from this point we are going to draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line from here up. Okay, so this vertical line 1, it intersects inclined line 1 at this point here. Okay, at this point here, and also intersect it at this point here. Okay, so we have this now. So then we also have horizontal line 2 touching the circle at this point. So from this point we are going to draw a vertical line. So it goes up like this. Okay, so vertical line 2 intersect inclined line 2 at this point. Okay, at this point, and also intersect it here at this point. Then lastly, we now have horizontal line 3 touching the circle at this point, and then we have already drawn a center line. So this vertical line 3 intersect inclined line 3 at this point here. So they intersect at this point. Okay, so we take note of that. So now let's look at what we are going to form as the shape of the intersection. So if you look at this point here, this point, they are on a straight line. They form a straight line. So all I have to do is to join this point, is to join them together. So I join them together like this. So they form a straight line, as you can see it here. And then so coming to this side also, if you look at this point, so they form a straight line, as you can see it here. So we join them together with a straight line like this. Okay, so if you look at what we have here, okay, so look at the shape that we have here compared to the shape that we have here. So why is this one different from this one? Is because the diameter of the two pipes, okay, the diameter of the circular end of the two pipes are equal, while here they are unequal. So let's take note of the different shapes that we have as the on the front elevation. So here we have a curve, and here we have two lines. Okay, so the reason, as I said, is that for this curve that we have here, the two pipes that we have here, they are of unequal diameter. Okay, while for this one, they are of equal diameter. Okay, so let's take note of the difference between the plan and the plan here and the plan here, and what we have in the front elevation of this and what we have in the front elevation of this. So as simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice, and then make sure you pay attention to all my explanation here. So thank you, and God bless you.